Hey people, it is Monday, February the 21st, which is Family Day here in Ontario. And the time is currently 4:21 in the afternoon, and the temperature is plus 6 degrees Celsius. And I'm here at the corner of Yonge Street and Bloor Street, which is generally regarded as the northernmost major intersection of downtown Toronto. And I thought for this video I would walk from the northern end of downtown into the southernmost major intersection of Midtown, which is Yonge St Clair. So as you can see, it's fairly busy here at Yonge and Bloor right now. It's a very mild day, and it is a statutory holiday. So a lot of people are out and about with their families. I did notice quite a few groupings who appeared to be families out walking around the streets. So the holiday is living up to its name. So before I continue northward along Yonge Street, I thought I'd just loop around here. There's a number of major construction projects I'd like to check out since I'm in the area. Some major new skyscrapers are underway. So this is Cumberland Street, and this is leading into the Yorkville neighborhood, but we're not actually going to go right into Yorkville. You can see some of these older low-rise commercial buildings are slated for redevelopment here. In the next few years, this whole eastern side of Yorkville is going to be completely redeveloped with new towers. The more well-known shopping center of Yorkville lies west of Bay Street. You can see a number of towers are proposed for this site as well. Yeah, some very tall ones. And here's Bay Street. So now we'll just head up to Yorkville Avenue itself, and then we'll head back eastward to Yonge Street, and then I'll continue my walk northward along Yonge into Midtown. Another redevelopment here. And this is pretty cool. Canada's first robotic cafe. And I believe in this same neighborhood there was a pizza dispensary machine. I'm not sure if that's still in operation or not. But you could go and custom order your own pizza and it would just dispense it to you after 9 minutes, I believe. And I kind of wanted to try that out, but I never got around to it. And I'm not sure if it's still there. I'll have to maybe go back sometime and see. I believe there's more than one, too, around the city. So here's where two towers will be rising side by side. This one already has its crane up. This one is still in the excavation phase. And that crane off in the distance is for the one, which will be the new super tall skyscraper at Yonge and Bloor. And here's one of Toronto's many historic firehouses. And a beautiful old library building as well, the Yorkville branch, the Toronto Public Library. And just across Yonge Street is the main Toronto Public Library, downtown. The main downtown, not branch, but and that's quite a magnificent building inside. As plain as it looks on the outside, it more than makes up for it on the inside. So we'll begin our trek northward. And once again, I can hear my boots squeaking on the sidewalk. These boots tend to do that. I'll be glad when the snow is sufficiently melted and the sidewalks are bare and dry so I can switch back to wearing my sneakers again. They don't make any noise whatsoever. But as for now, there's too many puddles and too much slush around. And there's nothing I hate more than walking around with wet socks. And there's the Masonic Temple building. That's quite a fascinating building. I took part on a tour inside there during Doors Open in 2019. And there's a lot more going on in there than you would think. And I think I'll cross to the east side of Yonge Street here. And once again, it's a very windy, blustery day. Seems to be an unfortunate trade-off when the weather starts to warm up and get a bit milder. It seems to come with some strong winds that kind of mitigate the otherwise advantages of a warm, milder day.
I'm Paul.
So now we're just passing by the Rosedale section of Yonge Street here. Rosedale lies just to the east. And that's a very wealthy neighborhood, in the top 2 or 3 in the city, depending on who you ask. Maybe even number 1 in some rankings.
Yeah, I know, right?
And Rosedale subway station is just up ahead. We'll be passing that shortly. And we'll also be going up a fairly steep incline heading up towards St. Clair Avenue. I think it's been a while since I've done a video walking north along this part of Yonge Street. I usually record videos walking south. Mainly because going south from St. Clair, you get that awesome view of the skyline as you're heading down that incline. But that doesn't mean I can't turn around and get a shot of it as we head north instead. And just over there is Rosedale subway station. And now we're beginning to go up that hill. And the retail and restaurants along this stretch of Yonge Street tend to be a little bit more on the upscale side than you would see south of Bloor, in keeping with the surrounding neighborhood. Some of those streets will lead you into the Rosedale neighborhood. Karens, I wonder if they intentionally spelled that with a C instead of a K. Huh. Some new luxury condos rising here, right across from the former North Toronto railway station, which is now a posh liquor store. You can see inside the store. It's closed today, being a holiday. I'm gonna pick up the pace to get past that guy again. He's smoking one of those extra stinky cigarettes. And there's nothing I hate more than being stuck walking behind a person and having all their smoke go into my face.
Well, see, that's the other reason why, and I was talking to you about alcohol, because you have diabetes, and I know you can't drink. I'm not allowed to get my food. What is my food from? I can't find what means I don't know where the food are.
Now we're heading up the steepest part of this hill. Now we're getting closer to St. Clair. And around here is where you get that awesome view of the skyline. So I'm going to turn around there in a moment. Although it's a bit not quite fully revealed here. I'll just go up a bit further. I believe this is the head office of Cineplex. go. And you can see the CN Tower. It looks smaller than everything else because it's further away. It's further south than all the cluster of buildings you can see in front of it. So we're just about at Yonge St Clair. As I mentioned earlier, I consider this to be the first major intersection of Midtown Toronto. The other two being Yonge and Davisville and Yonge and Eglinton, which lie further to the north. And a major development will be rising here. Yonge St Clair hasn't really exceeded about 25 stories or so in height for any of the buildings around the neighborhood, but there are a few proposals now that are well above that. That will give some new peaks to this part of Midtown. Tower's more in the 40-story or higher range. Yeah, it seems to have had the same three people kind of walking along with me in the video for almost the entire way. That's because after I pass them, I tend to stop to pan around or something to capture something on camera, and then they pass me again. And then I have to pick up the pace to pass them again, but then I stop again and they pass me again, and so on and so forth. And we've reached Yonge St Clair. There's the 512 St. Clair streetcar. And St. Clair subway station is just right up ahead there on the right. Let's look south down Yonge Street. So we've traveled from the northernmost part of downtown to the southernmost part of Midtown as far as major intersections go. So I'm going to start wrapping up the video. I hope you enjoyed the walk. Leave a comment below if you did, and like and share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And be sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal and via my merch store. And you can also find me on Instagram under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back because as always, I will continue.